Exploring the rich culture of Kyoto, Japan. Kyoto, which is brimming with history and culture, is frequently praised as one of the most memorable experiences that visitors have when they return from Japan. One is reminded that this is the spiritual center of Japan by the presence of countless sparkling temples, prayer chants that reverberate through magnificent Zen gardens, and the unique aroma of burning incense. The rich historic importance of the city, which served as the capital of the empire for more than 1,000 years, was instrumental in preventing the destruction of a great number of cherished palaces, temples, shrines, and gardens during the Second World War. Heian-kyo, which means the capital of peace and tranquility, was established in the year 794 AD. The layout of the city was modeled after that of Xi'an, which is the capital of China. During your stroll around the streets, you come across the fact that its early attempt at urban planning is still obvious. The elegance of Kaiseki cuisine is unparalleled, and no place in Kyoto can compare to the sophistication of a Zen temple when it comes to enjoying it. The origins of this tradition can be traced back to the 16th century when basic meals were served around tea time. Imagine being able to savor every bite of a multi-course kaiseki meal while being surrounded by peace. This method of cooking is centered on seasonality and simplicity to highlight the natural tastes. Now that Japan is back open and prospering, at the Kyoto Tea Ceremony, Time Magazine, CNN Travel, and Lonely Planet all agree that the traditional tea ceremony in Kyoto is an experience that simply must be missed and should be on everyone's bucket list. Regardless of whether you are a novice or an experienced tea ceremony participant, Mikoya is an excellent way to begin your journey. An additional option is to hire a kimono to participate in the tea ceremony and take a stroll around the streets of the Geisha district in Kyoto. In addition to kimono tea ceremonies, casual tea ceremonies, and families with children, their tea ceremonies are designed to accommodate a variety of different groups. Mikoya is another place where you may rent kimonos, and then you can go to popular sakura sites in Kyoto while wearing a kimono, just like the natives do. The personnel at Mikoya may even have a surprise in store for you if you are on your honeymoon. Therefore, make sure that you give them a special lunch and a photo shoot for their honeymoon. The Temple of Kinkaku-ji. By far the most well-known and gorgeous temple in Japan is the Kinkaku-ji Temple, which is located in the city of Kyoto. The feeling of catching sight of the structure that is covered in gold is almost bizarre. Yet the building is only covered in gold leaf for the top 2 levels. The temple is open from 9 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. Ensure that you arrive a few minutes before it opens to avoid any crowds that may be present. You can also go about 4 o'clock in the afternoon because that is when the number of tourists begins to decrease before the establishment closes for the day. Given that the Golden Pavilion is located outside of the city and that it is not possible to enter the structure itself, the only thing that can be done there is to take a stroll in the garden. Enjoy the Geisha experience. Gion District is a place in Kyoto that should not be missed because of its Geisha culture and is well known globally. Within the Kyoto dialect, the Geisha are referred to as Gekko, and the apprentices of the Geisha are referred to as Maiko. Because there are less than 200 Geikos in Kyoto, it can be challenging to obtain a glimpse of their abilities in the realm of traditional arts. Fortunately, you can book a tour that includes a meeting with a Geisha. You can kill 2 birds with 1 stone by making a reservation for the tea ceremony in Kyoto with the Kimono Tea Ceremony Mikoya. If you are interested in the tea ceremony item already, this is the perfect opportunity for you. We've got a wide range of different packages available for you to choose from. It is even possible to try out the role of a geisha for a day to experience what it is like to wear makeup and accessories that are so eye-catching. The temple is known as Kiyomizu-dera. This is a well-known destination for tourists in the heart of Kyoto. All of the main hall of the Kiyomizu-dera temple is constructed entirely out of wood. Every nail and piece of metal that is used to support the structure is completely absent. Kiyomizu, which translates to clear water, is the name of the temple, which is claimed to have been named after a magical water spring that bestows the gift of health and longevity to anybody who drinks from it. There is a shrine that is devoted to the deity of love and matchmaking that can be found just behind the main hall of the institution. According to a certain legend, if you can locate the 2 hidden stones and walk from one to the other while keeping your eyes closed, your desire for love will be granted. Observe this. The temple is frequently subjected to structural maintenance due to the large number of tourists it receives. At Pontakyo, we provide a night food tour. In addition to being the second largest geisha area in Kyoto, this street is also home to some of the city's most lively pubs and eateries. It is the best place to go for activities at night. It doesn't matter where you go in Kyoto, you will never fail to notice the stunning Kamagawa River that winds its way through the heart of the city. One may locate the tiny alley known as Pontako in the central area of the city, which is situated near the riverfront. This alley extends from Shijo-dori to Sanjo-dori. Historically, this location was a marketplace where merchants from Osaka would sell their wares. Today, Pontako is one of the most visited districts in Kyoto due to the extensive variety of dining options that it offers. These options range from traditional and contemporary cuisine to street foods and yakitori. The busy street is not only crammed with pubs and restaurants over the entire length of its length, but it is also the second largest geisha district in the city. You must keep a watchful eye out for them as they enter and exit the tea houses in the area. Maiko, also known as apprentice geisha, would frequently be seen moving from one employment to another. Maiko are trained geisha. It is the Ryonji Zen Garden. During your time in the Golden Palace, make sure to stop by the Zen Garden first. UNESCO has designated this location as a World Heritage Site, and in my opinion, it is the most relaxing Zen garden. The term Temple of the Dragon at Peace is what Ryonji is known as. As a result of Queen Elizabeth's visit to the temple in the 1970s, it gained a reputation that spread around the globe. In this Zen garden, there are 15 rocks arranged in a rectangular space. Nevertheless, for some reason, it is impossible to see all 15 rocks at the same time from any vantage point. On the beach, the circles are thought to symbolize waves. The rocks are thought to represent hills. The rocks are thought to represent mountains. And the moss is said to represent the forest that is found on an island. Make sure you don't overlook the historic water basin that is located in the rear. If you would rather have a guide, Mikoya also offers a walking tour that you can take. In Kyoto, the season for cherry blossoms. When I am asked, when is the cherry blossom season in Kyoto, is one of the questions that I get asked the most frequently. To address your question, the answer is that it is from the final week of March till the middle of April. Careful organization is required to organize a trip to visit them at the most convenient moment. When it comes to cherry blossoms, also known as sakura, the blooming season typically occurs in Kyoto between the final week of March and the first 2 weeks of April, generally between the dates of March 20 and April 14. The peak of the blooming in Kyoto occurs on April 1st of each year on average. Once they have bloomed, they are notoriously erratic. There are occasions when almost all of the trees will come into full bloom, makai, at the same time, and they will remain in full bloom for a week or even longer. Did you like it? Tell us what you think of the video in the comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting videos.